I gave a woman I'd known for 10 months $62,000 and put a house in her name. Then she disappeared. Took the house, sold it, vanished. And the police? They told me she didn't do anything wrong, that I gave it to her, that under Thai law there was no crime. I'm 72 years old. I'm living in a moldy room that costs less than a decent dinner back home. My daughter won't speak to me, and I've got maybe 3 weeks of money left before I'm completely broke in a country where I don't speak the language. My name's Frank, and this is how I lost everything in Thailand. So grab a drink, settle in, and listen close. This one's gonna hurt. All right, so here goes. I've been watching your channel for a while now. Never thought I'd be the guy writing in, telling my story to strangers on the internet. But here I am, sitting in this cramped little room in Jomtien, fan rattling above me, and I figured, what the hell? Maybe it helps me make sense of it. Or maybe, I don't know. Maybe someone out there needs to hear this before they do what I did. And if you'd asked me 3 years ago where I'd be right now, I would have told you I'd be living the dream in Thailand. You know, beach nearby, cold singa in hand. Maybe a nice Thai lady cooking me dinner. The whole retirement fantasy. And for a while, that's exactly what I had. Felt like I'd won the lottery. Now I'm in a 3,500 baht a month room that smells like mildew and old cooking oil. My bank account's got maybe, 18,000 baht left. My daughter won't return my calls, and every single morning I wake up and ask myself how the hell I let it all fall apart. So yeah, here's my story. The whole damn thing. I spent most of my working life as a machinist, CNC operator, metal fabrication, that kind of thing. 43 years in factories around Michigan. Decent money, nothing special, but steady. I was married for 31 years. Natalie. She passed in 2011, ovarian cancer. Took her fast, 6 months from diagnosis to, yeah. After that, life just sort of stopped, you know. Our daughter, Amy, she moved to Seattle for work. Tech job, doing well for herself. We'd talk on the phone every couple weeks, but it wasn't the same. She had her own life. I got it. I wasn't mad, just alone. Retirement hit in 2020. I thought I'd love it. All that free time, no more alarm clocks, no more boss breathing down my neck. But man, the silence. You ever sit in a house by yourself for days on end? Same couch, same TV, same frozen dinners. It gets dark, real dark. Days just bleed into each other. Then I started seeing these videos online, guys my age living in Thailand, talking about how far their money goes, the weather, the food, the women. Women who smiled at them, who didn't treat them like they were invisible. And I thought, why not me? What am I holding on to here? A house full of memories I can't escape. So I sold it. The house. Got about $87,000 after everything was settled. I had maybe another $43,000 in savings, and I pulled out about $25,000 from an old 401k, took the penalty, didn't care. I figured I had enough. Social Security would kick in eventually. I'd be fine. Booked a one-way ticket to Bangkok. It was September 2021 when I finally did it. COVID had just started calming down. Borders were opening back up. Felt like the right time. I landed in Thailand, and I swear to God, stepping off that plane, I felt young again. The heat hit me like a wall, but I didn't care. The smells, street food, incense, exhaust, all of it mixed together, it was overwhelming and exciting and new. I remember sitting in the back of a taxi, windows down, grinning like an idiot as we drove through the city. I felt alive. For the first time in years, I felt alive. I stayed in Bangkok for about 2 weeks. Mid-range hotel, nothing crazy, maybe $30 a night. I walked everywhere, temples, markets, Khao San Road, all of it. The food cost almost nothing and tasted better than anything I'd had back home. People smiled at me. Tuk-tuk drivers called me boss. Girls at 7-Eleven giggled when I tried to say, Sawas crap. I loved it. All of it. One night, I ended up at a bar off Sukhumvit, just a regular place, not one of those go-go joints. That's where I met this British guy, Martin. Older than me, maybe mid-70s, lived in Thailand for 15 years. He bought me a beer, and we got to talking. He said, "Bangkok's fun for a holiday, mate, but if you want the real retirement life, head south. Pattaya, Jomtien, Hua Hin. Cheaper, quieter, beaches, and the ladies." He grinned. "Well, let's just say they're friendlier." I asked if it was safe. He laughed and said, "Safe? Sure. Just don't fall in love. That's when you get into trouble." I should have listened to that part. A week later, I took a bus down to Pattaya. And wow, it was like nothing I'd ever seen. Beach on one side, bars and neon lights on the other. Girls everywhere saying, "Hello, handsome," or "Where you go." It was sensory overload, but in a good way. At first, I found a studio apartment in Yomtien, about 10 minutes from the chaos of Walking Street. It was clean, had a little balcony, aircon, fridge, everything I needed. Ran me about 8,000 baht a month. What's that, like $240? Back home, that wouldn't even cover utilities. I thought I'd found paradise. My routine was simple. Mornings, I'd grab coffee from a street cart, walk along the beach, maybe chat with the German guy who ran the little bar downstairs. Afternoons, I'd read on the balcony, let the breeze cool me down. Evenings, I'd wander over to one of the quieter bars near the market, have a beer, watch the world go by. I wasn't chasing nightlife. I was chasing peace. And for a few months, I had it. Did I meet women? Yeah. Bar girls, freelancers, whatever you want to call them. Some wanted drinks, some wanted money. I didn't mind. I was lonely, and they were company. It was transactional, sure, but at least I wasn't sitting alone in that apartment every night. But then I met her, and that's when everything changed. Her name was Ploy. I wasn't looking for anything serious. Hell, I didn't think women like her even noticed guys like me. She wasn't dressed up like the bar girls. No heavy makeup, no tight dress, no fake smile plastered on. Just jeans, a simple white t-shirt, and this calm look in her eyes. Like she saw right through me but didn't judge. I first saw her at a small cafe, one of those places tucked down a side street near Jomtien Beach Road. She was sitting outside under an umbrella, sipping iced coffee and scrolling through her phone. She looked up as I walked past and smiled. Just a small smile. I smiled back. Didn't think much of it. Next day, same thing, same table, same smile. Third day, I finally stopped and said, "You're here a lot." She laughed. "You too." Her English was pretty good, not perfect, but better than my Thai, that's for sure. We started talking. She said she worked nearby, some kind of office job, administrative stuff. She asked if I was on holiday. I told her I lived here now. Retired. She seemed, impressed? Or maybe just curious. She said most Farangs she met were just passing through. After a few days of running into each other, she gave me her number, said, "If you want to try real Thai food sometime, I can show you a good place." We started hanging out. Nothing romantic at first, just friendly. She'd take me to local restaurants, places where no other foreigners ate. We'd sit and talk for hours. She told me about her life. Grew up in Chonburi. Parents split when she was young. Mom raised her and her younger brother alone. She said her mom was sick now. Diabetes, kidney problems. Her brother was in Bangkok working construction. She never asked for money. Not once. And that's what hooked me. I remember one night, maybe 2 months in, we were sitting by the beach, just the two of us, watching the sunset. I said, "You're different from the others." She looked at me and said, "Maybe because I like you. Not for money, just you." God help me, I believed her. After a few months, it just felt natural. Ploy started staying over more. She'd cook breakfast, omelets, fried rice, whatever was in the fridge. She'd clean up without me asking, fold my clothes, make the place feel like a home instead of just a rented room. She started calling me P. Frank, said it meant older brother in Thai, a sign of respect. I don't know if that was true or just something sweet she made up, but I liked it. We'd sit on the balcony at night, drinking Leo, talking about everything and nothing. She told me about her childhood, her dreams. She said she never wanted to marry a Thai man. Said they drank too much, gambled, hit their wives. She looked me in the eyes one night and said, "You're different. You are kind. You listen. I feel safe with you." Man, that hit me hard. I hadn't felt needed like that since Natalie. Things got closer. I started helping her out here and there. Phone bill one month, 500 baht. New sandals, 800 baht. Not a big deal. Then one day she came over looking stressed. I asked what was wrong. She hesitated, then said her mom needed medicine, and she didn't have enough to cover it this month. She looked embarrassed, like asking made her feel small. So I gave her 5,000 baht. What's that, like $150? Nothing, right? That's what a partner does. A few weeks later, it was her brother's motorcycle. Broke down, needed repairs. 8,000 baht. Then her mom's medical bills again. 12,000 baht. Then a new phone because hers was stolen. 7,000 baht. It was never huge amounts, never more than $300 or $400 at a time. And she never demanded it. She'd just mention the problem, and I'd step in. Because that's what you do when you love someone. And I did love her. I really, really did. We started talking about the future. She'd drop hints. Why we stay in small apartment. We could get real house. Have space for garden, maybe get dog. She even joked about opening a little food cart, cooking pad thai for tourists. I started to believe it. All of it. I thought this was my second chance, a reason to wake up in the morning. Looking back now, that was the hook. She had me exactly where she wanted me. It was around month 10 when Ploy brought up getting a place together. We were eating at this little seafood spot in Naklua, sweating through our shirts, cracking open prawns. She looked over and said, "Why we live like tourists still? I want real home. With you." She smiled. My heart just melted. I'd been thinking about it too, honestly. I was tired of renting. Felt like throwing money away every month. I had cash in the bank, still a good chunk left, and this woman who made me feel like I had a future again. We started looking. Found a small townhouse about 25 minutes outside central Pattaya, near a local market in Ba Namphur. 2 bedrooms, little front yard, tiled floors, enough room for a couch and a TV. She loved it. Walked through every room with this huge smile on her face. "We can make this ours," she said. The price was 2.1 million baht. That's about $62,000. I could afford it. I'd pay cash, done deal. But then, the paperwork talk started. She sat me down one night and said, "I check already. Farang cannot own land in Thailand, only condo. But townhouse is land, so must be in Thai name." I looked it up. She wasn't lying. Foreigners can't own land here. Only the building, not the dirt under it. And this wasn't a condo. I hesitated. Of course I did. I said, "What if something happens? What if we, I don't know, break up?" She didn't get angry. She just looked hurt, quiet. She said, "You think I cheat you? After everything? You don't trust me?" And man, that crushed me. Made me feel like an asshole. So I gave in. Told myself it was just a formality. We were basically married anyway. I was doing the right thing, building a future. I transferred the money. 2.1 million baht, straight from my account. She handled all the paperwork. Everything went in her name. No lease, no agreement, no contract, nothing. We moved in 2 weeks later. She decorated the place, cheap curtains, little potted plants, pictures on the walls. Made it feel like someone actually lived there. We even got a dog. Little street mutt. She named him Moo, said it meant pork in Thai. Thought that was hilarious. First month was great. She cooked every night, laughed at my terrible Thai pronunciation, held my hand when we watched movies on my laptop. But deep down, somewhere in the back of my mind, I remember lying in bed one night, staring at the ceiling fan, thinking, you just gave $62,000 to a woman you've known less than a year. No contract, no backup plan. Are you out of your goddamn mind? I should have listened to that voice. I didn't. It started like any other morning. Ploy was in the kitchen, frying eggs, humming some Thai pop song. I was sitting outside with coffee, Moo curled up at my feet. She came over, kissed me on the forehead and said, I go visit my mom today, in Chonburi. She not feeling good. I stay one night, come back tomorrow. I said, you want me to come with you? She smiled and shook her head. No need. You relax here. I see you tomorrow. She packed a little bag, scratched Moo's ears, and walked out the door. That was the last time I saw her. Day 1, nothing. No texts, no calls. I figured maybe she was busy, maybe out of signal range. Her mom lived in a rural area, right? Made sense. Day 2. I started getting nervous. I messaged her online. Hey, you okay? Just checking in. No response. I called. It rang a few times, then went to voicemail. Day 3. I was panicking. I called again. Straight to voicemail. I messaged her Facebook. No reply. I even tried calling the cafe where she used to hang out. The woman who answered said she hadn't seen Ploy in weeks. By day 4, I knew something was wrong. I took a motorbike taxi to the townhouse. The front gate was locked. Curtains were drawn. No barking from Moo. Just silence. I knocked. Waited. Nothing. I went back the next day. The locks were changed. That's when the pit opened up in my stomach. I went to the local district office to ask questions, brought a Thai friend of mine to translate. That's where I found out the house wasn't in Ploy's name anymore. It had been sold, transferred, gone. Less than 3 weeks after I gave her the money, she'd flipped it. Cash sale to some Thai guy I'd never heard of, completely legal. I felt like I'd been punched in the gut. I went to the police. My Thai friend came with me to help explain. The officer behind the desk barely looked up, flipped through the papers I brought, bank transfer receipts, photos of us together, everything. He said, no crime, sir. You give her money, yes? You put her name on house, yes? I said, but she lied to me. She said we'd live there together. He cut me off. In law, she do nothing wrong. You give her, not steal. I asked about fraud, about deception, anything. He looked me dead in the eye and said, maybe she loved you before, maybe not. But law is law. She own house, she can sell. No crime. I walked out of that police station in a daze. The sun was too bright, the noise too loud. My head was spinning. I'd been in Thailand barely a year, and I'd just lost everything. The money, the house, the woman, the dog, all of it, gone. After that, I was just floating. Like a ghost, wandering around Yom Tien in a fog. I checked into a cheap room. 3,500 baht a month, no aircon, just a fan, no hot water. Smelled like mold and old cigarettes. But it was all I could afford. I'd wake up every morning on that thin mattress, stare at the stained ceiling, and try to piece together how I let it happen. How I went from living the dream to this. I didn't tell anyone at first, too ashamed. But word gets around in these expat circles. One day, this Australian guy I used to drink with sat down next to me at a bar and said, "So, Ploy got you too, huh?" Turns out she'd done it before. Not the exact same setup, but close enough. Long con. Build trust, get the house or the cash, disappear. I was just another mark in a long line of stupid farangs. That hurt, but not as much as what came next. I finally broke down and called my daughter, Amy. I hadn't talked to her in, maybe 4 months, 5. I told her what happened, tried to explain. Thought maybe she'd feel sorry for me, Maybe offer some kind of comfort. You know what she said? Word for word. You chose her over your family, Dad. Don't call me again." Then she hung up. I sat there in that tiny room, holding the phone, and I started shaking. Rage, shame, grief, all of it at once. I thought, what the hell did I do with my life? I was 72 years old. No house, no savings, no family, no future. Just another dumb foreigner who thought Thailand would fix the hole inside him. There was a night, maybe a week after that call, where I sat in the dark with a bottle of Hong Thong and a pack of pills I'd bought from some back alley pharmacy. I don't even know what they were. Didn't care. I wasn't crying. I wasn't yelling. I was just done. My bank account had maybe 15,000 baht left. Social Security hadn't kicked in yet because I'd taken it early to fund the house. My visa was about to expire. I had no one to call. No plan. And I remember thinking, if I just don't wake up tomorrow, it would be easier for everyone. I sat there with those pills in my hand for, I don't know, an hour, 2 hours. I didn't take them. I don't even know why. Maybe I'm a coward. Maybe some part of me still wanted to believe things could get better. Maybe I was just too stubborn to let Ploy be the final chapter. But that night changed me. It stripped away the fantasy. The beaches, the smiles, the girls calling you handsome. It all felt like a show after that. A show for fools like me. After that night, I stopped chasing the dream. I got sober. Well, mostly. Found a visa agent who helped me scrape together a retirement extension. Cost me almost everything I had left, but at least I could stay legal. I moved into a shared room in Yomtien. Nothing fancy, but clean. 2,800 baht a month. I took a job teaching English part-time. Under the table, illegal as hell, but the school owner paid cash, and the kids liked me. It was something honest. Social Security finally kicked in, about $1,100 a month. Not much, but enough to survive if I was careful. But I'm not the same man anymore. That wide-eyed guy who thought love would save him, he's dead. Now I just survive, one day at a time. I think about that first year in Thailand a lot. Sometimes it feels like a dream. Other times it feels like a slow-motion car crash I watched happen and couldn't stop. I don't hate Ploy. I should, but I don't. That's the hardest part to explain. She was sweet to me, at least at first. Maybe some of it was real. Maybe she did like me, just not enough to turn down $62,000. Or maybe she was just that good at the game. Either way, she played it perfectly. I don't think she ever loved me. Not really, but I think she liked what I gave her. Not just the money, but the way I looked at her. The way I made her feel valued, safe. And I liked being needed. God, I miss being needed. When you're an old man back in the States, people treat you like you're invisible. You're in the way, a burden. Over here, at least for a while, I felt like I mattered again. But it cost me everything. I'm not telling you this story because I want sympathy. I don't. I was a fool. I walked right into it, eyes wide open, grinning like an idiot. I wanted to believe her. I needed to. And Thailand? Thailand gave me exactly what I asked for. Fantasy, escape, a second chance, and then it took it all back. These days I live quiet. I eat cheap food. 40 baht noodles, street pad crapo, instant coffee. I read old paperbacks I buy from second-hand shops. I walk the beach in the early morning before it gets too hot. I don't chase women. I don't drink much. I don't trust easy anymore. Some nights I miss the noise, the chaos, hell, I even miss her. But most nights, I just try to sleep through till morning. So if you're thinking about coming out here to retire, if you're chasing some dream or some smile or some idea that Thailand is paradise, just remember this. It's paradise until it isn't. And once you lose everything out here, there's no safety net waiting to catch you. Don't believe the fairy tales. There's no place that just hands you happiness. You gotta fix what's broken before you get on that plane. Don't put your life savings in someone else's name. I don't care how sweet she seems, how many dinners you've shared, how real it feels. The law doesn't care about your feelings. And if you're coming here to escape loneliness, fix that first. No woman, no bar, no beach is gonna fill that hole. It just gets deeper. I wasn't stupid. I was lonely. And loneliness makes you vulnerable. So watch your back. Keep your money close. Keep your head clear. And don't confuse attention for affection. Because when the honeymoon's over, when the smiles fade and the bills pile up, it's just you and the truth. For me, that truth was brutal. But maybe sharing it can help someone else avoid the same mistake. Retiring in Thailand can be amazing. But only if you keep your eyes wide open and your heart guarded. Otherwise, you might just lose everything. Thanks for watching Thai Journals. If Frank's story hit home, smash that like button and subscribe for more real stories from expats who've been through it. And if you've got a story like Frank's, good or bad, send it in. We're here to tell the truth, no sugarcoating. Until next time, take care of yourself and watch your back out there.